Welcome back! It's still the Bitrix24 Partner Sales course, and today's topic is overcoming rejection. Being rejected is never easy, and if it's your customer rejecting you, it's twice the misery. But don't get sad yet. Whenever customer rejection happens, it's never personal. From a psychological standpoint, it's the customer's fear of the unknown and the mind's attempt to protect itself from potential financial or emotional losses. Very few people are ready to embrace change and try new things. Everyone else is usually apprehensive about them. The worst thing you could do in this situation is fold. Don't do it. Rejection can and should be dealt with. After all, it's a part of the sales process and something all of us have to overcome if we want to win deals. What can really help you is understanding the reasons behind your customer rejection. Most of the time, they have something to do with the fact that you haven't identified the client needs right. The best thing you could do in this situation is to go a few steps back and try to get to the bottom of your client's needs. There is a bunch of techniques you can use to do this. Let's talk about some of them. What did I miss technique? So the main idea here is to directly ask your client why he or she still has doubts about the product. Just remember to play it cool and professional. The question has to sound firm but polite. For example, you hear something like this from your client. I don't know, I think we're not ready yet, maybe we will get back to it some other time. That's a rejection, all right. Now, what you can do here is come up with a phrase like, okay, I see, but speaking from the personal experience, and believe me, I worked with thousands of clients, I think the main reason why you're still reluctant to try Bitrix24 is because I must have overlooked an important point in my presentation. Is there anything else you would like to know about the product? I'll be glad to answer any of your questions. So trust us, this rather simple trick will get your client talking. Even if it's another excuse from them, your goal here is achieved. The client is willing to cooperate again. The rest is up to you. So the second technique you can use is called agree to disagree. Again, it's one of the simple old school tricks and just happened to work. So here's what you have to do. First, pretend to agree by validating your client's rejection. Then, strike back with a solid counter-argument based on what you have learned about the client's needs. For example, you hear a rejection that goes something like this: oh, currently we're not really interested, maybe next season. You know, that's the kind of rejection that can bring even an experienced salesperson down, but not you. When you hear a rejection like this, you can just simply say, I see. But when we talked earlier, I remember you said you were losing quite a few clients due to the lack of control over your sales reps. Are you sure you will be able to solve this problem by next season? And what we did here was actually quite clever. First, we brought up one of the customer's pain points, and second, we tied it nicely with our solution. So these are two techniques you can use to overcome customer rejection and finally close deals that wouldn't close otherwise. In fact, there is nothing wrong with learning a bit more about the client needs. You need to know them better. You get to understand their business better. You earn their trust. You get another shot at closing the deal. So that does it for today's lesson. Thanks a lot for your attention, and remember one thing: never give up. Stay relaxed but focused, assertive but not aggressive, polite but firm, and you will close deals like a boss.